I love Ethereum. I love Cardano. I love Polkadot. I love Solana. I love so many altcoins. But if you want to make money in this crypto market, you need to pay attention to the Bitcoin because it drives the market, at least as of now. And so that's why I make this content called Crypto Weekly, where I provide you with some news around the cryptocurrency space, and I also provide you with some technical analysis around the Bitcoin. Because once you know what the Bitcoin is going to do, then you have an idea of what your altcoins are going to do. So if you think that's interesting, there are 3 things you're going to do for me. Subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell, and then let's dive in. Happy Monday, and I'm super excited you're here again. It's Daily Crypto with Paul. And you know what we do over here? We look at some cryptocurrency news and we look at some technicals of Bitcoin. Because once you know what Bitcoin is going to do, you have an idea of what some of your altcoins will do. Okay, and today is Monday. Big moves happen on Monday, and these moves have started. So without wasting much time, let's dive in and let's see what's going on. All right. So because it's Monday, I mean there will be so many news, and from the feedback I got from people, they just said I should give them the news that can affect the price, okay, immediately. So we're just going to try to look at those major news that can affect price immediately, and we'll go to technicals, and we try to be also short as people have been requesting. Okay. So the first thing here is that Bitcoin drops as investors buy $22,000 and $20,000 puts. Okay, basically what this means is usually people that trade options, they have some points where they set, just like you set your buy order. This is not exactly how it is, but at least very close. So just like you set your buy orders, so a lot of people are saying they're ready to buy at $22,000 and $20,000, and of course the price of the current Bitcoin is at $30,000. So many people are predicting, these guys are predicting that Bitcoin will go low to $22,000 and $20,000, and these buys have even been set till up to December 31st this year. So that's very crazy. So meaning these option traders are betting that Bitcoin is going to go down to about $20,000 and $2,000. Of course, this might not be the real meaning. They could just be edging. They could just be placing a buy order, like I've been saying on this channel. You keep buying Bitcoin as it goes down. So perhaps they are just doing that. I have some buy orders for $28,000, for $27,000. Does not mean I'm sure that Bitcoin will actually go to these prices. So again, this could be what these option guys are doing, but for now we don't know. But they are putting a good amount of buy orders at $20,000, $22,000. So let's just keep watching. Then they said investors crawl back to Ether funds as Bitcoin outflows rise. So basically, what do you mean by Bitcoin outflow? Some big amount of money has been moved out of Bitcoin. Some amount of money that has not been moved, some amount of Bitcoin that has not been moved for over 9 years now. I can't remember the exact amount. Millions of Bitcoin or so that have never been moved over 9 years now have now been moved finally. Is it up to millions? Sorry, not millions, but million worth of bitcoins. Okay, like not the million bitcoins, but like the worth of it. So when you convert it to dollars, so they have not been moved for years, have not been moved. So and this outflow continues. So meaning this some of these bitcoins were held in wallets before. Okay, so imagine a bitcoin that's in a wallet, you are sure that this person is not intending to sell. But once they move the bitcoin from a wallet to an exchange, meaning this guy wants to exchange this bitcoin most likely. So just like you have your wallet, your trust wallet, and the rest, or other wallets, coins you don't want to sell are kept in that wallet, but coins you will trade on the short term are moved to an exchange. So basically this is what it's saying. So investors, a lot of other investors are now moving back to Ether, the Ethereum Ether fund, because and Ethereum has recently been witnessing inflows. Okay, even recently they recorded some amount of inflow into Ethereum, while Bitcoin has been witnessing outflow. Okay, money is being moved out of some Bitcoin wallets and moved to the exchanges and the rest. So that's the summary of that one. And this one talks about grayscale and what they plan to do with DeFi, but this basically is not going to affect price as such. I mean, on the immediate short term, but in the long term, it would. So that's it from CoinDesk. Let's rush down to Cointelegraph and see what they have for us. So of course they talk about the Turkey's crypto bill ready for parliament. Okay, so Turkey has a crypto bill they want to pass, and they say they're taking it to parliament. This is nice. The other ones are just more personal news, and I think that's it from Cointelegraph. Just more personal news, and I'm just trying to be brief like you guys requested. Okay, so let's make it brief. Then talking about this Russian, yes. So the beautiful thing is this Russia. I mean, is one of those
part of the world that has been scrambling for Bitcoin miners. So while a lot of other people are kicking Bitcoin miners out, Russia is getting them in. Like miners, come over here, get over here. I mean, and so but there's a country, Kazakhstan, that's actually bigger than Russia in the volume of Bitcoin miners. So because of that, Russia is now looking for ways to attract more miners, so more Bitcoin miners can go. And of course, what does this mean? It means if more miners begin to go, hash rate begins to get better and stable, and then of course the Bitcoin will most likely do well. So that's a positive news from there. But I don't know. I don't think that's all. Let me go to the one page of that. So there's some NFT news. Then the Kenyan election bodies, they are planning to use blockchain, and they said it will reduce the ballot cost by 300%. I mean, my students that took the blockchain course will be super excited to hear this. Okay, so Kenyan guys are adopting blockchain, and this will reduce the ballot cost by 300%. This is mad. This is amazing. Oh, NFT news, NFT news. So I don't think there's any price action news here. Okay, so that's all apart from the Kazakhstan stuff. Now let's just go to cryptonews.com and let's see what crypto news are for us. Okay, so crypto news is basically talking about the Pegasus spyware. Okay, there's this spyware Pegasus that's actually been out there that they used to track people's record, what people have been doing. I mean, once the spyware is, of course, once it's over there in the internet, so it's used to monitor your mail, your everything you do, your chat, your Instagram, your tweets. They're just being monitored and tracked, even down to your passwords to log into things. Is very very crazy and very very powerful and has been affecting a lot of people recently. So these guys are now saying how, as in how troublesome, how does this spyware also affect cryptocurrencies? So and of course, what of course for now, a lot of cryptocurrencies that we access most of our crypto wallets using the Web 2 or Web 3 interface kind of, and this interface we usually have a password and the rest. So perhaps this spyware could be very dangerous. So this is what they're just trying to review and how it affects. So, but for the core crypto operation, this spyware can do nothing. Okay, this spyware can do nothing because take it or leave it. This guy is riding on the power of a centralized system. So, but blockchain is decentralized. So this guy can do. But for the login part, so someone's account and the rest, perhaps the spyware will be able to do a lot of harm. And thanks to people like Hyper, they are building a project where you don't even need password to log into things. So it's all super amazing, the power of the blockchain. So I think that's it. Then the other thing that Dogecoin wanna be is flood the market with pump. So a lot of people are buying Dogecoin. I mean, you hear people buying Dogecoin, buying sheep, buying Elon Doge Elon coin. So most of these guys are buying some of these coins and they are really causing the market to grow. So I think that's it for crypto news, and basically that's it for crypto news today. Most of these other news are there, but these are the ones I really think have some high level of effect on price action. So without wasting much time, let's dive down to the technicals. All right, so we are here in technicals and we can see the chart of the Bitcoin, and of course the chart is really getting more and more interesting. Let me take you to the 4 hour time frame. Let's see. Of course, we can see now we are breaking down also. So we've broken down, but we've not broken this 30k. This 30k. I'm trying to touch it. You can see it. So this 30k, 30,153,000 dollar. We've not broken that structure there. Okay, so of course the market is basically just still moving around, but we can see, like I've always been saying, the bias is more towards the downside, and we seem to be going down. So basically, of course, the strategy has not changed. So you can see the bias is still to the downside, but it doesn't really mean doesn't have not has not confirmed that we're going to go down. Okay, but a lot of things are slowing down, coupled with so many negative news. Grayscale, I mean, releasing some of their holdings, many things that we've been, I mean, many of those news we've been getting. So, and even the one that came out today with a lot of option guys putting at 20,000 and $22,000. So you can imagine, so a lot of negative news, but this chart has not really confirmed that we're going down. And the very interesting thing I want to show you is this downward trend that we have been doing is very slow. It's an accumulative one. It's just very slow. It's just going down gradually. So there might be a time when we wick down heavily and we just quickly move back up, or we wick down heavily to a new position and also accumulate at that position. So, but this slow accumulation, it means smart money is buying. And so, what do you want to do? You don't want to act like on smart money. Let me if there's anyone like that, or dull money. You want to act like smart money also. As it's going down gradually, buy little. Forget that the price of what you have is reducing. It doesn't really matter as of now. It doesn't really matter. Just keep buying little, buying little, buying little. Because this guy will go more than $100,000. So to keep this thing short, I'm going to stop here, and this is for technical. The chemicals I just been doing as we have been expecting. No clear sign that we are going down yet. No strong structure has been broken yet, but the bias is still more to downside because we seem to have this massive head and shoulder pattern. But of course, this thing can just go down a little and then continue upward. So we are not so sure, and the strategy has not changed. As it goes down, just keep buying. Give thanks as it goes down. Give thanks and say, "Oh boy, this thing is getting cheaper for me to buy." Just keep buying. So this is particularly for the Bitcoin itself. I'm not talking about the altcoins yet. Of course, more interest seems to be going to Ethereum because a lot of inflow is happening with Ethereum. So you can see a lot of people pumping in, bringing in money to Ethereum as Bitcoin outflow goes. Like I was saying during the news session. So Ethereum too has a lot of prospect, but I'm not really focused on so many altcoins. I'm focused most likely on the Bitcoin itself. Okay, and then the other last thing I would like to say is a lot of people are also have been asking me other questions on some other things about some other projects that are solving real world problems. Okay, because this is what we do as engineers, solve real world problems. So most of the other problems are solving real world problems, but I just want to really advise based on my experiences, focus on the Bitcoin itself. Other projects are solving real world problem, but focus on the Bitcoin, because if the Bitcoin reach down heavily, everybody reach down heavily at least. Although some might not be affected based on one reason or the other. Okay, but everybody reach down heavily. Bitcoin will have the least week down, and if this market is to go back up, Bitcoin will be the first to go back up. Some will go back up on their own, of course it happens, but majorly Bitcoin will really be the first to make that big move. So you want to focus on the Bitcoin itself for now. So after then we'll now start looking at some other, once the market is in the bull run trend, we can now start looking at some other projects, and we start looking at other things. Okay, so thank you guys, and that's it for today, and I really hope you go have a nice time. Bye bye. All right, guys. So thank you so much for today. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support so far. And bye bye. Don't get wrecked. Bye bye.